What if I told you that a Disney World vacation could become physically impossible because of something most people would never notice? I look completely healthy, but the truth is, I have a severely damaged foot. I can't stand longer than about 10 minutes, and climbing stairs is simply not possible for me anymore. So, if you ever been to Disney World, you know one thing. Everything involves standing in line. So a normal Disney World visit would not be possible for me anymore if I want to ride any attractions because I couldn't wait in line. Everything involves standing in line. Sometimes for 45 minutes, an hour, even 2 hours and more. For a long time, I honestly thought that Disney parks just weren't possible anymore for me. But then I discovered something that completely changed the experience for me. Disney Disability Access Service, also called DAS. I don't want to go into all of the trash that is going around. I personally not planning to visit a Disney park, but my channel is all about theme parks and inclusion, so I thought I want to make a video about how to apply for the DAS. So today I am going to show you exactly how the DAS system works, how to apply for it, and how it allows people with disabilities, even hidden ones like mine, to still enjoy Disney World. And I will walk you through the entire process step by step. So let's start together. So let's start with the basics. The Disability Access Service, or DAS, is a system at Disney World designed for guests who cannot wait in traditional standby queues because of a disability. And one thing I want to make very clear right away is this. DAS does not mean skipping the line, and you should not apply for the system if you are not in need of it, because Disney is really strict with the rules. So many people try to cheat the system, just rented mobility scooters to fake disabilities. And in my opinion, this behavior is disgusting because people like me and people with even more severe disabilities rely on this system to enjoy a park day. Otherwise, I would not even consider visiting a Disney park if I am not able to apply for the system. So if people are still cheating the system, at one point they will get rid of it, and I think it's just not acceptable. So this is just my basic opinion. Let's carry on. Instead of skipping the line, it works more like a virtual waiting system, like the AAP for Universal. I made a video about this as well. For an example, if a ride currently has a 60-minute standby wait, the DAS system will give you a return time 60 minutes later. But instead of standing inside the queue for that hour, you can spend that time sitting somewhere comfortable, eating at a restaurant, watching a show, exploring the park, or just resting and decompressing. Then, when your return time arrives, you enter the attraction through the Lightning Lane entrance, which usually has a much shorter waiting time. For someone like me who cannot stand for long periods, this makes a massive difference. It allows me to enjoy the park without putting my body through hours of pain. I also want to talk briefly about some things many people deal with, like I do myself, hidden disabilities. Please think about not every disability is visible, and you can't judge a person using the system just from what you are seeing at the outside. Someone might have, like me, chronic pain. Others have neurological conditions. Others have severe anxiety or sensory issues. Others have, like me again, mobility limitation that aren't immediately obvious. In my case, people might look at me and think, why can't she just stand in line like everyone else? But the reality is that standing longer than 10 minutes becomes extremely painful because my foot is broken constantly and putting pressure on it is hurting. And climbing stairs is simply not possible for me anymore. And Disney understands that many disabilities are not visible from the outside. That's why when you apply for the DAS, they don't ask for medical documents or proof. I need to check it. I think at the moment they want you to have a doctor's note. So yeah, they shouldn't do it because of the law in the United States, but they require you to have a doctor's note. Like Universal is doing, I think their system is much more convenient because there is an agency and you just send them your doctor's note, so Universal will not know your disability. I don't care, but I know people don't want to have the medical record for everyone else to see, and I can understand it. So they will ask you how your condition affects your ability to wait in a traditional line. And many times, especially Disney, tried to just use a wheelchair. And I'm like, I am on my own. I can't push the wheelchair. And those wheelchairs, if I am trying to steer around, it's a disaster. I will bump into so many people and yeah. But if you are traveling with someone else, this could be a really good solution. I would do it if I wouldn't travel on my own. So now we will talk about how to actually apply for the system before your trip. The easiest way is to get DAS to register before your trip. Disney allow you to do this online through a video chat with a cast member. You can apply between 2 and 30 days before your park visit. Here is how the process works. Step 1, log into your Disney account. Go to the My Disney Experience website and make sure your park tickets are linked. Step 2, start the DAS registration process. You will see an option to join a live video chat with a cast member. I haven't done it personally. I heard really strange and really confusing stories that they are really investigating you, and I think I can't talk about that part during the call. You can do your research. It would be nice if someone is maybe sharing their situation and what had happened to them, because as I said, I had such a bad Disney experience a couple of years ago. I am not touching a Disney park in my life again. So sometimes the waiting time for this call can be a little bit long, especially during busy travel seasons. So it's a good idea to start the process when you have some time available. Step 3, speak with a cast member. During the video call, the cast member will talk directly to the guests who need the DAS. They will ask questions like, why is waiting in traditional queue difficult for you? What challenge do you experience in line environment? If I would do the registration, I would just explain that I have a severely damaged foot and that I cannot stand longer than 10 minutes and that stairs are not an option for me. That would be enough, I hope, for them to understand the situation. They are saying that you don't need proof of medical documents, but I heard different opinions about that. Step 4, photo for the DAS profile. If you are approved, they will take a photo during the video call that get links to your DAS account. Step 5. Advanced ride selections. After approval, they may allow you to pre-select 2 attractions for your park day, which works similar to Lightning Lane reservation. Once that is done, your DAS is ready to use when you arrive at Walt Disney World. Another thing is what I did when I went last in 2024, I applied for the DAS in the park. So if you didn't register before your trip, don't worry, you can still apply inside the park. They don't like it, but you can still do so. Simply go to guest relations at the front of any Disney park. Tell the cast member that you like to apply for the DAS system. They will ask similar questions about your situation. For an example, I was asked for a medical record. So I showed it, I provided to them, and I said I can't stay longer than 10 minutes in line, the same process, and usually they will take a picture of you and the process will take around 15 minutes. But I heard that the cast members are really, really hard. They don't want to give the system out anymore. They are trained to avoid to giving the passes out. And I think you need to have a lot of self-confidence if you want to apply for it, and it's a shame. Once you have DAS using, it is usually really, really simple to use. Step 1 is open the My Disney Experience app. Inside the app, you will see the option to request a DAS return time. Step 2 is just choose the ride. Most major attractions across the 4 Disney parks participate in the system. Step 3 is receive your return time. The system looks at the current standby time. If a standby time is 70 minutes, your return time will be 70 minutes later. Step 4, enjoy the park. Instead of standing in line, you can rest, explore, or do other attractions. And here is one thing that is completely different from Universal. At Disney, you can only do each attraction at each park once. At Universal, I could do Velocicoaster if I want to the whole day. At Disney, only each attraction once. So when your return time arrives, go to the Lightning Lane entrance and scan your ticket or your Magic Band. And step 6, book your next ride as soon as you left. After scanning into the ride, the second checkpoint, most of the time I have the experience at Universal, it will take 5 minutes or so, and then you can book your next time. And now there are a few important rules. The DAS pass is typically valid for the length of your tickets, or up to 60 days, not as Universal, where it's permanently connected to your account and you just need to update your medical record with the IBIS system. Your party can join you, usually up to the numbers of guests linked in your reservation. And I highly recommend not to stretch the systems. I think it's not appropriate to get there with 10 people, for an example. I think 3 people is the maximum, but I know that people are doing crazy shit with it, and everyone that is dependent on this system, it will suffer. And Disney is already restricting the rules again, so thanks for nothing. The DAS can be used alongside Lightning Lane or Genie Plus if you want to be more flexible, or as I said, Disney only allows riding each attraction once, and if you want to go to another, do the same attraction again at the same day, you need to buy the Lightning Lane. So another reason for me why I love Universal. I hope this video helps you to understand how the Disability Access Service works at Walt Disney World, especially if you are dealing with a disability that makes long lines difficult. For me personally, having a damaged foot and limited ability to stand, Disney, the system could change my park day. As I said, I am not planning on going back to Disney anytime. Only the parks in Japan. They are cool, they are cheap, and they are beautiful. But I am not planning to go to Disney World. But I think it's important to get the word out, to know for you guys how to set up the system. If you have a similar situation like me, especially if you have a hidden disability, don't feel afraid to ask for the support you need. Really, I am telling you this, just ask for help. Disney has created the system to help as much as they can and make the parks accessible for everyone. So I hope this was helping you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.